So where I'm getting ready to bring y'all, this is a highly requested video. And excuse my voice. My voice is leaving me and I'm gonna do the best that I can. So I moved to Dallas April of 2017. I moved to Dallas from my hometown in Arkansas. No lie, I was kind of scared. I was scared to make the big adjustment because of where I'm from versus where we stay at now. The cost of living is triple. I'm not lying to you. So I moved here in April of 2017 and I had different jobs. I worked for CMI Group. I worked for a temp service. I was like basically making pennies when I got here. And I had 2 little boys up under me. The motivation that I had of not going back to my hometown is because I knew that's what people were expecting for me to do. Make this big move and come on back to Hilltown. But that wasn't the case. I remember working at Spectrum. Everybody knows Spectrum is the cable company out here in Dallas, Texas. So I'm 28 years old at the time. I ain't never had no girlfriend, never laid down with a girl. I ain't did none of the sort. So one day we was having a conversation. I think we was in a huddle at work. And I basically just blurted out and said, I've never had a girl to eat me out. Basically had no sexual intercourse, no nothing. Now mind y'all, look, I'm not even gonna hold you. Baby could dress her motherfucking ass off. When I say she had swag, no cap, she had fucking swag. So for the first couple of days, I started noticing her swag. I'm like, damn, baby can dress. Like she was dressing fresher than a nigga. Y'all remember this video when a guy was actually giving praise to the studs because they be putting that shit on? I ain't gonna hold you. My baby was putting that shit on. And I think that's what caught my eye. I was into guys. Look, I ain't even gonna hold you. When I moved here in 2017, I had a whole man staying with me. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. So my attention span went elsewhere. So I remember telling baby that I remember telling the girls that I had never had a girl to eat me out. And I'm already basically doing this flirtatiously to baby. Like that's exactly how it was. We started IM each other at work, sending little emails. She will get me lunch. At this time, I was big on paydays, Hershey almonds, things like that. So she would be going to the machine, getting me candy throughout the day. And so we eventually started to exchange phone numbers. One thing about me, I'ma always keep it a buck with whomever that I'm around. Like I told y'all in the previous slide, I had a whole man living with me. So I didn't want to bring chaos into my home or get like a misunderstanding with baby. So I just kept it a buck with her. I was like, look, hey, say, I got a situation at home. It's really up to you if you still want to fuck with me on that level, this and the third, but just respect what I have at home. That was it. I gave her the ultimatum, like, hey, you can either fuck with me or you don't. I got something going on at home or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, the situation at home was fucking trash. We wasn't spending time with each other. We was arguing every fucking day. No sexual intercourse, no nothing. I started texting baby. And y'all, when I say the little things, and I'm gonna say this, as a woman that has dated nothing but men prior to my fiance, it was the little things that actually caught my eye with her. And when I mean the little things, it would be just a random 7 a.m. text. Good morning, baby. Or good morning, because we wasn't acknowledging each other as baby. So I'm going to say good morning. It could be 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Are you okay? Are you okay? For me, dealing with nonchalant ass niggas, controlling niggas, cheating niggas, nothing ass niggas in general, that right there is what caught me. That's what pulled me to her tremendously. That saying alone, are you okay? At this time in our life, I'm staying in Carrollton, she's staying in Mesquite. Mind y'all, I just told y'all that I had a whole situation at home. He was a truck driver, so he was never at home. So that gave me ample amount of time to spend time with her, go to her house, go to dinner, just like Everything just like, it was just basically about me. She made everything about me. Let me tell you something about my baby. When I met her in 2018, when I say I've never seen a dedicated Mimi, because she's not considered as a grandma, she was considered as a Mimi. She got her grandkids every week on not one off day, not just for a couple of hours, but on both off days. When it came to me and my kids, when we would go to her house, I wouldn't have to do anything. She made sure I laid in the bed, I watched TV, she got my clothes out to take a bath. She was dealing with my kids off the fucking rip. The dynamics of me and his relationship got really, really bad. Like, it was really bad. And it got to the point to where it's like, he was staying with me and my sister because me and my sister was roommating, and he had to go. Like, he had to fucking go. I remember baby went to Vegas because her daughter had got married in Vegas. I think this was maybe around July of 2018, somewhere around this area. And she was in Vegas. This particular night, he wanted to have sexual intercourse with me, and I just wasn't feeling him. My mind, body, and soul is over here with this woman. The woman that treats me good, that's good with my kids, not one but both. Like, it was a lot of things that attracted me to baby as a woman. So he came over and he thought that we was gonna have intercourse, this and the third. And I just wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I was not feeling it at all. That right there was it. I had to let him the fuck go. Baby's on the plane going to Vegas. While she's en route going to Vegas on the plane, I'm arguing with him. At this point, I'm like, hey, this is time to let this nigga go. This is the fucking time to let him go so I can live my life with my baby. So he leaves, we break up, and I call baby. I'm calling her. My dumb ass knowing that her damn phone on airplane mode, but I'm still calling her. So I finally sent her like 7, 8 text messages. I was like, call me when you get a chance. Mind you, I think what had her stirred up was prior conversations that we had about the dynamics of me and his relationship. She finally called me back, and the first question she asked me is, are you okay? What is going on? Y'all already know that are you okay word is what melted me to her anyway. And I told her, oh, I'm peachy. He's gone now. It cannot be me and you. But we still had one more issue to deal with. I had my own situation at home, and she also had a situation at her house. She was still staying with her ex-girlfriend. They was roommating. I didn't understand why, but they were still roommating. But y'all gotta stay tuned for part 2 because, baby, it gets juicy.